distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that this committee was inaugurated on 7th of May 2019 and tasked to study and analyze the findings, recommendations and implementation strategies of the Presidential Party report by the Senior Executive Force for 2018 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, KURU-JOS, and come up with policy statement for the consideration of Mr. President. In order to ease the accomplishment of the assignment, the committee was devolved into two subcommittees, namely the Internal Security and Community Policy. Members of the subcommittee held several meetings during which they brainstormed and critically studied the NIMS report with a view to developing actionable recommendations for strengthening internal security framework and for the implementation of community policing in the country. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at inauguration, I assured SDF that the committee will approach the assignment with all the seriousness it requires. Today that promise has come to pass. The committee, in the course of its assignment, worked assiduously, researched, analyzed, and made comparative studies in order to propose a set of recommendations that will positively impact on all aspects of internal security in Nigeria. Correspondingly, the committee has proposed innovative alternative funding mechanisms to ensure the provision of infrastructure, equipping agencies with modern gadgets and weapons, and for the welfare and well-being of personnel.
Strategies that will lead to the implementation of community policing in this country. The time has come that this community policing initiative must be implemented, and it is this report that we've been waiting for us to go ahead and do the implementation. I've gone all over the country and informed Nigerians that the way to go in policing today is by a community policing initiative, which is sending back the policing should be driven from the community rather than from the uniformed personnel. And that with this report today, I think we are ready to go. And I wish to thank the SDF for giving us the opportunity to see to it that the workable strategy is given to us to ease the implementation strategy. Thank you.
I'm greatly honored to receive the report of the committee to study the recommendations and implementation strategies on strengthening internal security framework and community policing in Nigeria. This committee was inaugurated on Tuesday, 7th May 2019, and given 2 months to complete the assignment. Let me therefore appreciate members of the committee for working tirelessly to conclude this assignment despite other pressing official engagements. Oftentimes when we ask people to serve on committees, we forget that they have other primary responsibilities. In spite of that, you have discharged your responsibilities and the tasks assigned to you quite honorably. Let me also use the opportunity to salute your courage, hard work, and patriotism, as without this, it would have been extremely difficult to complete the assignment in good time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigerians, and indeed the present administration, prides itself as having the political will to tackle the issues of insecurity occasioned by the activities of terrorists, kidnappers, bandits, militants, which have remained serious threats to good governance, effective service delivery, and overall economic development and well-being of Nigerians. At the inauguration of the committee, I apprised you of the expectations of the government. I did mention that I expected members to patriotically study the report, of the Senior Executive Course SEC 40-2018 of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS Kuru, the express opinion and recommendations in order to properly advise government. I'm therefore delighted to note that your work covered the issues of policy, institutional and legal frameworks, as well as the underlying factors that impaired the capacity of our security agencies to adequately contain the various manifestations of insecurity in our dear nation. I equally note that your work touched on the need to deploy appropriate technology in the fight against the various dimensions of criminality. The context of the coordinating internal security architecture, capacity development, and professionalism of security personnel, citizens' involvement in internal security management, as well as innovative funding mechanisms of security agencies and their operations, and not the least, welfare of personnel. I'm highly delighted that you worked assiduously hard to